Hi everybody, Matt here, Simply Strength. Today's video is just a quick reaction video to an article that I came upon the other day after I heard a story on LBC Radio, driving home from work, about a man who's just been jailed for 28 years after killing his love rival in a ferocious knife attack. And it's really just to illustrate the point that it's not relationships, or one girl or woman in particular is not really worth either killing for or dying for. So this guy's actually been sentenced to 28 years imprisonment at the Old Bailey, and that was on Friday the 1st of May. I've included a link to the original article in the description box. This man was 24 years old, Ghulam Choudhury, from Barking in London. And he murdered 22-year-old Mohammed Yasser Afzal after attacking him inside the cab office where he worked on the 24th of March 2014. And he'd previously been found guilty in April, so it was just sentenced the other day. And the court had heard how he'd been in a long-term relationship with a woman who was also in a relationship with Choudhury, so both Mohammed and Ghulam were involved with the same woman. And the woman had told Choudhury that Mohammed had a mobile phone containing compromising pictures of her, and that he was threatening to expose their relationship to her parents who didn't approve of it. So she's playing both guys off, from the sounds of things. And Choudhury then plotted to kill Mohammed at his place of work in Stratford and make the incident look like a robbery gone wrong. So I struggle to imagine how deranged you have to be to actually think about killing someone, let alone doing it, just over a woman, basically. I can't say I've ever wanted to do that. But I guess that's the length some people go to, or it's how deluded they get. But this guy's actually lost 28 years of his life, and he's lost his time, which we've said before is the most important resource. 28 years of his time that he could be investing into his career or his life, and passions and so on, and his liberty as well. So spend most of the day in a cell, I would imagine, if he goes to obviously one of the tough prisons. But I don't know that much about that. At around 8 PM, Choudhury, armed with an 8-inch bladed knife, entered the cab office and confronted Mohammed before vaulting the counter and attacking him savagely, and then he left the scene. And this Mohammed never regained consciousness, and the post-mortem found out that he'd been stabbed 20 times. So it was a true frenzy. The guy must have seen red mist and just gone into a complete, must have gone berserk. And witnesses testified to police that he was wearing that testified based on what he was wearing and the equipment he was carrying around in a sports bag, and they'd seen him lurking outside the cab office leading up to the attack, so they thought something was up. And the CCTV placed him there, and that was it. So he's carried out the attack, and whatever the victim, whatever his motives were for attempting to stay in the relationship with this woman who was unnamed, the police were saying obviously he didn't deserve to be murdered and everything else. But why would you, if there's threats that have been made to expose their relationship to the parents that don't approve, why would you, obviously he didn't know that he would get killed, but to be honest, just looking objectively from both sides, it doesn't matter who's wrong and doesn't matter who's right. Is it really worth losing your life over a woman? And there's plenty of other, stories and intellectual videos on the MGTOW side that men shouldn't lay down their lives in that way because it just doesn't get appreciated. And so this guy's lost 28 years of his freedom and liberty. He's going to be behind bars, and then the other guy's actually lost his life. And she's unnamed. There's no consequences, even though she was playing both guys off against each other, which the loyalty isn't there, is it? So I'm sure you'll all have your own thoughts on that, but I just thought it was quite relevant on my journey home the other day, so I just thought I'd do this quick reaction video to it, and I thought it just might be relevant. So as always, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed to my channel over the last few weeks. It's really appreciated, and I'm really enjoying putting these videos together, and hopefully I'll be taking this channel forward over the coming weeks and months. So thanks again. See you soon.